Hi, good morning. I'm making this video in response to some of the posts that I'm putting up. I'm getting a lot of responses and it's difficult for me to text everybody. So I figured I'd make just a quick video in just helping you understand in response to those questions. It's just a basic starter. The information that I'm posting is kind of like unbelievable. It was unbelievable for me too when I first started. But I just wanted to share the information with people out there because it's going to come out it's going to come out, but it's bigger than just information coming out. It's actually going to affect everybody because there's kind of like a digital war going on right now. And it's like having a world at war, but yet without a shot being fired. And so it's a digital war right now, and hopefully it doesn't get any bigger than that. But it affects everything. And you're saying, wow, that's really dramatic. You know what? At first, it was just a simple video that I watched in regards to today's news. And then I said, wow, that made me curious. So I figured, well, I'll check it out some more. And then I started digging and looking and checking things out. And some of the things that I was looking at, I was like, there's got to be more to this. This is a pretty crazy claim, you know? And so as I looked more, I found more evidence. I found more proof, and not in what people's opinions were, but with actual things that were happening. And I started watching those people that were saying, okay, this is happening. So I went to this place where they said it was happening, and I started looking for myself and not listening to other people's opinions, just look for myself. And the evidence to me was overwhelming that what was taking place was true. And so I was like, wow, how come nobody knows about that? You know, well, basically because there is a war going on. It's basically a media war. It's an internet war. It's a information war. And so you got one side and you got another side. And the one side that has the more power in the mainstream is the side that's having where these issues are coming from, and they got the power to squelch it, squash it, mock it, make fun of it. You know, keep people from really looking for themselves. You know, they'll take care of you. They'll give you the news. And so I just started looking for myself. And I have people that I've been looking with. They've also joined in just to dig information. People in my family. And we're just looking together, making it a family thing. We can look and just share information. And the more we find out, it's crazy in reference to what's taking place. And it is, it's not something that's not going to affect us. It's going to affect, actually it's affecting you right now. You might be, if you're living on planet Earth, you've heard of COVID-19. If you live here and you have a job, you might have lost your job or been laid off. You might be sitting at home. I've been quarantined for like 2 weeks. And so it gave me a lot of time to check these things out for myself. And so people are now saying to me, well, this is not going to affect me. And I said, well, I look at it this way. I said, pull out your wallet. I said, pull out a dollar bill. I said, do you use these? And then they say, yes. And I said, turn it around and look at the back, okay? And look at the symbols that are on here, okay? Does that mean anything to you? You know, usually people say, I don't care as long as it works. Well, in one respect, lots of times we go through life and that's the way it is. But the dollar that you use is part of your everyday life and what you do. And symbols do mean things because there's a reason why things are on this bill. If it wasn't the United States on this bill, would it matter to you? Yeah, obviously. But why the symbols on the back? And you know, we have, we say, oh, that's silly, because we have been trained to say that it's silly. But they're there. Why are they there? So then I started like thinking about all that. Anyway, what's happening now in regards to Tom Hanks is puzzling to me because he is a movie star. He's like the head guy in a movie. He's like a head of associations. And yet for the past 15 days, his Twitter, Instagram, all those accounts that he has normally used in the past very regularly, all of a sudden is kind of silent. And the videos that are being posted or shared just in the past 2 weeks alone have been videos that have him behind this one rock wall. or there's kind of a weird door that it just looks like he's in some type of institutionary area. And so in an investigation on some of the claims and some of the thoughts, we're kind of coming to the conclusion that he's not home and he is actually being held someplace. And the guess is Guantanamo because of the surroundings and where his wife Rita on her videos, what do the rooms look like at Guantanamo? What does the structures of the building and the facades and the brickwork and what do they look? They all match. And then when you look into his life and you look at some of the claims and then you look at what he actually posts on his own pages in reference, and then you look at the people he surrounds himself with in Hollywood that are considered his friends, and then you look at their stuff and you see what they're posting and what they're doing. So I'm not going to like somebody's site and saying that has some wild claims. I'm going to the sources themselves and looking for myself, and then just using regular technique for investigation to figure out there's got to be reasons why. And so when I see a silent post from Tom Hanks, basically the only thing that's posted, very little is posted, the only thing that's posted either has him behind a wall or it has him without his face in it. So it might not even be him. And that's how I look at it, because there are strange things, and you would say, oh, that's crazy. Yeah, well, it's crazy that the world is in a lockdown, businesses are shut, the world has stopped, it affects the economies, it affects people, death, all kinds of things are happening right now. You can't ignore that. Who would have guessed that would have taken place? So all I'm saying to people is take the time to look, because there's a bigger picture here, and I don't have all the answers. But I have the responsibility for the people that are around me, for me to just at least say, it's important, it's going to affect you, and it's not going to only affect you physically here in how you live your life, but also affects you inside, who you are as a person, your soul. It goes to the extent of just as being a human being. There's a fight. There's a fight, and you have to care. I care about people. I care about what happens to people. So I don't want this video to go so long. I just want it to be very quick. But just to give you an intro on this, I'm going to be posting stuff for people to look into. I have a couple of videos that I can share just to introduce you to where my path was, and then go from there. Okay, and that's all I can do. I can just share information, and it's the same thing in reference to anything that I do. I share information, and then people on their own have to investigate for themselves. And so with that, I leave you, and God bless you.